Hello, this is Benjamin. Welcome back. Tonight we are going to be working on IC1369, the Elephant Trunk Nebula. I took about 2 to 3 hours worth of data tonight, and I'm combining with data from the 27th of November. Tonight's the 20th of, well, it's the 21st now of December. So I've set up my folders for tonight's data. I've got my lights, my flats, my dark flats, and my darks. And I've set them up with a keyword of IC1369 and then underscore and then the date, so I can separate out my dates in weighted batch pre-processing. So let's go ahead and start that. The only thing I've done so far, I'm doing this completely blind on the fly, the only thing I've done so far is deleted one file, one light file, that I think my cable got snagged and it doubled all the stars. So I've deleted one file. Other than that, we're going through for the first time. So let's go to script, batch processing, weighted batch pre-processing. And for some reason, it's taking a second to load up. I'll fast forward till it loads. All right, that was weird. I don't know why it took so long to load, but it did. So here we are. Clear out a previous session. So we're going to add directory. Go to my working, Elephant Trunk, select all the files. Delete the keyword that's currently in there because that is not the correct keyword. Let's go ahead and look at our integration parameters. Let's make sure that's correct. I was playing around with rejection on another image, so that's good. Winsorized Sigma clip, what is it called? Winsorized Sigma clipping is what I use for most of the time. All right, so let's go ahead and add in the keyword IC1396. Let's add that, and that should break it down. That gives us more options. Not more options. It gives us everything we need. So the 600-second exposure were for tonight, and that was 2.5 seconds. So we can do that. Everything appears to be linking up okay. Yep, because I only had one set of flats for the 27th of November. One set of flats, one set of dark flats, and then I've got separate darks for each exposure time. So my 600 seconds matches the 600 seconds, 450 to 450, 300 to 300. And my 7.13 second flats match my 7.13 second dark flats, and the 2.5 seconds are the same way, so that's perfect. So now we're going to create a new folder to do our work in. I always call them PI for obvious reasons. I'm going to do a manual image reference for tonight's reference because I didn't sync them up in the computer or in the plate solving. I just shot them because I really want to crop in on the elephant trunk. So let's just go ahead and choose one from tonight, and whatever extra data I get from the 27th will just be great. That'll just be a bonus. Post calibration, we've got 999, so that everything syncs up together. We're going to have 5 hours and 55 minutes worth of data, and we're going to enable our drizzle. So let's run, see if we have any error messages, which we do not. Plenty of space. And we will continue, and I will let this run, and I will fast forward through the runtime. Alright, we are back. That took real time 12 minutes and 33 seconds to stack 46 images with all the respective dark frames, flat frames, and dark flats. So let's see what we got. We'll be looking at this for the first time together. Alright, so you can see my rotation was off. Not too bad. Actually, it was pretty bad, but it should be okay. Alright. You can see the elephant trunk right in there. That looks like it's going to be good data. So let's go ahead and do an image solve. I don't image solve during the calibration, during the stacking phase, just because I just got out of the habit of that because my DSLR that I used to use never recorded the coordinates, so it always held it up and waited for me to come back to the computer. And it's just a habit I never got out of, so I just always manually solve now. Alright, now let's run spectrophotometric color calibration. Now, all these frames were shot with an L-eXtreme. So let's choose that in our drop-down box. Run. Alright, now for the moment of truth. What do we actually have after we take away the green? Ready? That looks nice. Alright, so let's crop this down to what I actually want to process. I want to get the trunk and this dark nebula, and that's about it. So like I said, I always do a 4x6, well, I usually do a 4x6 crop, so the height is what the width is what I want. 6076 times 2 divided by 3 means our height should be 4050. That's pretty darn close. Alright. First thing we'll do is we'll run the BlurXterminator. So we're actually increasing or adjust our halos to positive. I've been in a starry mood lately. A little sharper than the stars, so this should still look a little smaller, but the halos should get a little bit bigger. It's kind of a wash. But the sharpness should get much better. Yeah, look at that. Alright, let's run the NoiseXterminator. Get rid of this noise. I don't know why my computer does that. It's done it ever since I got this new graphics card. I'm running a 3060 Ti RTX. And ever since I got this new card, it always does that where I get a black bar on the right hand side when it's processing something heavily. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but it seems to work, so I'm not real concerned about it at the moment, but I need to do some searching to see what's actually up with that. So now we will do some stretching. Generalized Hyperbolic Stretch. Turn off the preview. Turn on the real-time preview. Turn off, sorry, not the preview, the stretch. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I was up for hours imaging. So my voice is my words are a little garbled. I apologize. So let's start stretching. Local intensity to 11. Find our data. There it went, and there it is. Send to symmetry point, and let's start stretching. Right about there, 4.98. Apply that. Reset the tool. Zoom out so we can see our data. Bring down the protect highlight so that I don't blow out the reds. I hit that little lump in the histogram right there. And now I'm going to protect the highlights for the same reason. I'm going to protect the shadows so that they don't get too crushed. I'm going to bring down the local intensity some. Let's hit this little lump right there. Local intensity up, local intensity down, a little bit. Let's protect our highlights. Protect our shadows. That's weird. I guess that is a double star. I got these weird halos. I don't like them. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And I don't like that halo. Well, I don't like those halos at all. So forgive me, I'm going to go back to my BlurXterminator. And I'm going to run it again. That's what you get when you get live. Adjust those star halos, let's take them down. I do not like the way that looks at all. So let's run this again. So I have my adjust star halos to -15 now, and it was at +15. So let's stretch and let's look see what they look like. See, that looks a lot better. It doesn't look like it's gray with just a star in the middle of it. That looks much better. So now we will run the NoiseXterminator again. So that looks much nicer. Generalized Hyperbolic Stretch. Turn off the automatic stretch. Turn on the real-time preview. Zoom in. Find our data. Send to symmetry point. .11. Stretch factor about 5. Let's apply that. Reset. Zoom out. Hit the lumps. Accept that. There's a lump. Stretch just a little bit more before removing our stars. It's actually not. So I'm starting to hit those halos again. So let us process all processes, StarXterminator, and remove those stars. Let's not do it on the real-time preview because that doesn't work. Let's do it on the actual image. All right, process SCNR, color noise cast reduction, green. And that does that actually pretty good. Script, utilities, correct magenta stars, always run that. Good. Let's rename this stars. And we'll put that away for now. I'm going to do something I don't like to do, but this halo right here bothers me. Actually, let's not touch that right now. Let's touch that last because I want to be able to undo it, because sometimes it leaves a black spot in the middle of the where the star didn't come out. Sometimes it leaves a black spot in the middle of the halo. So let's leave that alone for now. And let's go into Generalized Hyperbolic Stretch, and let's stretch just a touch more. Let's turn on the real-time preview. Try not to blow out those reds. And just a little bit more. Got some nice contrast in there. Okay. That looks pretty good. Narrowband normalization, because this was shot with a duo narrowband filter, the L-eXtreme, which shoots in hydrogen alpha and oxygen 3. And the narrowband normalization helps to break that apart. Lately I've been doing mode 2 because it gives a little bit more contrast between the two colors. And let's go ahead and put up the blend amount to get as much as we can. 03 boost. A little bit. Lightness, put the hydrogen alpha, no. Preserve, no. Off. Don't like that. 03, definitely not. Looks like it's a mode 1 day. Like I said, I'm trying to create contrast between the blues and the orange and the yellows, which will end up being a reddish color. Just trying to create as much contrast between the two colors as I can get. And that actually might be about it. I'm assuming the the 03 signal isn't very strong in this object, is what I think I'm seeing, is what I think I'm understanding based on this. Just there's not a lot of blue. I'm still waiting on my second filter, which is going to be an 03 S2 filter, so I can do true Hubble palette images. That is coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. That should be interesting. Oops, I need to load my process icons. Icons, load icons, working. All right. So let's do our blue mask. Let's blur the mask. And let's apply the mask. Process all processes, curves transformation. Let's do the B factor first. Bring out some of that blue. Let's take some of the red and increase it, decrease it. Green, increase to get a little bit more. I've been favoring a brighter blue lately. I realized that I kept getting less and less blue and I was getting more of a gray color, and I don't like that, so I'm going to go with the blue. True blue. Let's go with that color. Let's do close that, remove the mask, and we're going to do a yellow mask. Let's blur the mask. Apply the mask. Curves transformation. Hit the A component first. Kind of give it a gold red color. Let's apply that and let us remove our mask. Close these two masks out. All right. Now I've been getting good results from doing BlurXterminator again in the after the stretch. Just tone it down a whole bunch. So let's put the sharpen non-stellar down to 33 and apply it. See if that doesn't bring out more detail or more contrast in this area of the elephant trunk. Let's see what it does. I've actually been favoring that over the local histogram integration, local histogram equalization. See, it just went from that to that. It actually is at a, so that's pretty nice looking. So, and then we've got a lot of grain. So let's run the NoiseXterminator again. Take the denoise down to about 70. I like round numbers more than I should. And that looks great. Take that away. All right. So lastly, before we add our stars back in, I want to do something about this big blob right there. I'm going to do something I don't like to do, and I'm going to use the clone stamp. And I'm just going to get rid of it. So there's no longer scientific data, but you'll have to forgive it. I hate that blur. Now let's see if let's put the stars back in with pixel math, normal formula. And let's see if we end up with an artifact there where the star is missing. Let us actually rename this to Starless so that the pixel math actually works. And let's apply it. And we've got No bad artifacts. No missing star. Good. I think these stars need to be a little bit brighter, so let's take them out. Let's stretch our stars just a little bit more with the histogram transformation. Let's try that. Alright, let's run a background neutralization just to be sure that we're pretty neutral. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Let's run Bill Blanchin's background neutralization, see if it does anything interesting. It did. Went from that to that. Yeah. I like it, but it's a little too strong. Let's see if we can't... This is not easily editable. Some of the pixel math functions are easily editable for their strength. This one does not appear to be. So let's see. Before, after. Before, after. Let's go with after. Let's go ahead and bump up the saturation. Okay. And that, let's bump up the contrast some. That doesn't look quite right. Bring our brights up. Yeah, that's better. Bring our darks down. Let's see where we're at. 0.6, 0.05, and 0.07. So that's too dark. So actually raise them a little bit. 0.10, 0.08, 0.12. So that looks good. Let's accept that. And anything else I want to do? I don't think so. I think kind of like that. So let's call it a day right here. Well, let's try running local histogram and equalization, see what it's going to do. So if we can eke out a little bit more contrast. Very minor. I like that. Okay. I think that's good for now, at least for these tired eyes. So that is the Elephant Trunk Nebula, from hard drive files to finished product in real time, 45 minutes. The video will be a little bit less because I'll speed through some things, some downtime. But this is 45 minutes from files on a hard drive to a finished image. It's not too bad. And I think it looks pretty nice. Pretty interesting. So Thank you very much for joining me, and if you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment section. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.